and he healed the Canaanite's daughter. So says Father Tony. Now, they're just playing with us, right? This is blasphemy. So to hell with Father Tony Spadaro, of course. No. Father Tony Spadaro just got himself a brand new spanking promotion by Pope Francis, who has himself now confused for a superhero weatherman who's going to save the planet.
With the global gathering of Catholic bishops as a backdrop, Pope Francis warned the world is approaching the point of no return on climate. Amen. Published in a booklet, the Pontiff's most forceful intervention yet in the climate crisis. Our responses have not been adequate, he wrote, while the world is collapsing and may be near the breaking point. He urged decisive acceleration to renewable energies and away from oil and gas.
The absurdity of this is out of control. Team Francis, right now, as the Mideast blows up, Holy Land blows up, as all the Christians leave the Holy Land, I was talking about that, Pope Francis is addressing the other great crisis of our time. Well, aging Karens who don't feel comfortable or welcome in the church.
How do we get people to come in and feel like, I love this place. I feel warm and welcome here. I want to be here. There's people here that I know and love. I have things to share with these people. I will listen to them. I will talk to them. I can share my feelings here. I can go home feeling like, wow, that was fantastic.
Now that kind of talk is going on all over in Rome right now. They're actually taking it seriously. And it's really hard to see because they all sound like Stuart Smalley from Saturday Night Live. It's incredible that they're missing that, how much they sound like, and I'm worth it. And here I am to say today that I want to be recognized because I'm worth it, right? I mean, they sound just like comic characters from late night TV.
I deserve good things. I am entitled to my share of happiness. I refuse to beat myself up.
And Rome is taking it seriously, or so they're saying. See, I don't actually think they are. This is just a game. The entire synod on synodality is all about sodomy, friends. You know that, right? Everything else is window dressing. Everything else is pause and slow and do this and do that and make a lot of words, don't say anything. Getting prepared to greenlight sodomy. Why? Because of the Great Reset. Equity and inclusion. Remember? You can't have one church that's standing out and higher than and taller than all the rest, doing the will of God, obeying the 10 Commandments, being exclusive of those who refuse to obey the 10 Commandments. You can't have that church. And the one commandment left that the Catholic Church still, in her human element, still is opposed to, at least on paper, is the sixth one, which has to do with sodomy. We got to get rid of that so that the Catholic Church will not be exceptional. They will not tolerate religious supremacism. And that's what that is. So that's what this is all about. So now you're listening to these people who, for whatever reason, either because they're not intellectually gifted or they're challenged, verbally challenged on some level, low IQ, whatever it is, they want to talk about the fact that they're not accepted at church and you'd like to feel more welcome. And that's going to determine the future of the greatest church in the history of the world, greatest religion in the history of the world, one founded by Jesus Christ. Some gaggle of idiots who know absolutely nothing about the law of God or the church's law or the 10 Commandments, but they want to make me feel welcome. You see how stupid it is? You see how urgent it is that we speak out against this? The synod on synodality over in Rome, it couldn't possibly matter less.
Greetings from just outside St. Peter's Basilica, whose bells you can hear, and right behind me the Synod Hall. And what about people that do not yet feel welcome? Though baptized, they don't feel welcome in the Eucharistic assemblies. And how can we witness to a divided world the great freedom and joy that we have in Christ Jesus? It was a good week. It wasn't an easy week. And things got a little more complicated today because we began the next priority for synodality. You remember we started with communion, and now we're looking at mission.
Yeah.
Cardinal Nighty Night Tobin. Nobody cares, Eminence. By the way, Cardinal Nighty Night just tweeted this out this morning. He says, the church is not afraid. No, I'm going to use my synodal voice. The church is not afraid of the variety it bears, but values it without forcing it into uniformity. The synodal process is an opportunity to learn what it means to live unity and diversity, trusting that the path will become clearer as we move forward. That's what they're doing. That's what they're making that voice up. They're making these words up. They're stripping the meaning from the words. They're not actually saying anything, because that's sort of demonic too, isn't it? When you have supposedly educated theologians just word vomiting all over the place and expecting us to take notes with our Crayolas because something important is going on. Nothing important is going on. They're simply dismantling the church with stupidity. And this particular tweet from Cardinal Nighty Night prompted Damian Thompson to observe, you could reorganize these words at random and they'd make just as much sense. Which, by the way, could be said of the entire synodal process. It's all Barbara Streisand, friends. It truly is. With an end game, which we're going to see not this year now. No, this is just softening. This is just putting everyone to sleep with stupid. It's all going to happen in 2024. That synod is the one where you're going to see the issues voted on, right? Now the issue is, shall we be incredibly stupid or not? And they're all going to vote, yeah, let's just be really stupid for now.